However, one driver who no longer needs to negotiate his contract for next year is Jarno Trulli. He's here alongside Tony Fernandes. And let's start by saying congratulations to the both of you. Tony, you get a race-winning driver for another season, and Jarno, you get another season in Formula One. How do you feel about that?
Well, to be honest, I'm not really concentrating on my future. I would like to concentrate more on today's result, which was great for the team in general, and was a nice race. Obviously, we got together since now 2 years, and I'm really happy to stay with Tony and the whole team, which is growing up. But we all want to do well, so for next year we want to make us a further step and be, let's say, in the midfield to fight for the points.
And your best weekend this year, well done.
Yeah, I think Spa was fantastic, and we were really thrilled with today's performance, so good start.
Tony, I was critical of the three teams yesterday, and I know you came to me and I was expecting a near bashing, but in actual fact you turned around to me and said, look, if that's going to give us a kick up the rear end, then so be it, and it'll be good for the team to set new targets. Because you did come out at the beginning of this year and you said that you'd be running midfield by the mid-season. Sadly you're not, because we would like to see that, and in fact we'd like to see each of the three new teams getting up there. Tell me, how difficult is it?
Well, no, I mean, for me personally, I always said my target was 10th. We really want to be a column one team, set the bases, get the wind tunnel right, get some new people onto the team, and start to begin to make a difference in terms of catching up with the midfield. It's really next year is our big year. Obviously, there's some in the team that got quite excited, but as I said, Rome isn't built in a day. It takes time, but each race we're making progress. If you look at our pit stops today, they were as good as anyone else. I think Jarno did a fantastic qualifying lap yesterday, and the two drivers, Heikki and Jarno, did a fantastic job today. So, small steps, each step, but I think next year our car's already in the wind tunnel and we're feeling good about it.
And just very quickly, can you explain column one for the people at home that aren't au fait with that term in Formula One?
Well, it's where you get much more reasonable money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tony, talking about money, how tempting was it? I mean, Jarno's standing here, so it's a tough question, but how tempting was it to take one of the new young kids out of GP2 and $10 million of sponsorship?
Yeah, and I see that's where it's, to me, penny wise, pound foolish. And we've really set this plan up for the long term, and we've got to do the right things. The valuable information Jarno gives, the critical information on steering wheels, on feedback, is invaluable. So, and they don't shunt the car very often.
And have you got something in your contract for next year where the team have made promises about where they expect to be, Jarno?
I think me and Tony, we all want to be in the points. I think there will be very little excuse for next year. We all want to get there. I'm keen to get back in the fight. An example, today I enjoyed my race. It was a great race, fighting with Timo and getting back in my position. But obviously what we want is to fight for the points. And I think this is what also our boss wants, because at the moment he's putting a lot of effort and a lot of money on it.
We've seen the growth of some sponsorship along the side of your car, Caterham, which is one of your new companies. Will that play a prominent name in the chassis next year, perhaps?
Well, we have a pretty weird situation here, and hopefully pragmatism will work out. When I came into this, I said the most important thing was not to destroy the Team Lotus brand, and we worked very hard to keep it. Certain things have conspired not to really go our way, but I think doors are open to make things workable, and hopefully over the next 2 months we'll have a situation that everyone wins. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Okay, well, congratulations today, and there's probably going to be a rumour next week that David Beckham's going to sign to drive for you next year.
If you have something to do with it, I'm sure we will.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys. See you.
Thanks a lot. Well done. Congratulations, Tony. And Jarno, look forward to seeing you next season as well.